Father's Day is coming up, and if you're a dad out there, I know we've probably all been through the bad days as a parent, okay? Frustrating days. I had one of those a couple weeks ago. I have 3 kids, and our youngest, her name is Emmy. She's almost 3 years old. But she was taking a nap, right? And she woke up and she just was crying. I was home by myself with all 3 kids. My wife, she was at school just packing up her classroom because the school year was over. And so Emmy, she woke up and she just started crying, and she said, I want mom, I want mom. And, you know, I tried all the dad tricks, right? The things we try to do to make our kids not cry anymore. So I tried, hey, do you want to watch a TV show? I thought for sure that would work. That didn't work. Do you want food? Do you want like fruit snacks? That's your favorite thing. No, she didn't want that. I even offered ice cream and chocolate chip cookies, and guess what? She wanted none of that. And I was thinking, why are you crying? Just stop crying. And this went on for 45 minutes where she was crying. And because it was happening so often, she wanted nothing to do with me. And I was getting frustrated, right? I was just like, just stop crying. That's all I want. Just stop crying. But it wasn't working. I eventually texted my wife and I told her, I am so frustrated right now. I don't know what to do. Are you going to be home anytime soon? And she said, I'm so sorry. I'm almost done, but I'll be there at some point. But try to get her to watch a show. And so I tried again, even though it didn't work the first time. I tried again. And eventually my daughter, Emmy, she calmed down and she watched the show. But I was still livid, right? I didn't understand, and so I was frustrated. So my kids, they watched a show on the TV. I went outside to our front yard, and my dad, who lives across the street, I could see him walking across with his Diet Coke in hand, just kind of strolling like he does. And he walks across and he says, it sounds like it's a bad day right now. I went, why? He said, I can hear your daughter crying from across the street for the last hour. Must be tough. And I said, yeah, I'm so frustrated. He could tell I was angry in the moment. But one thing he said to me, and it was so wise, I didn't think of it in the moment, but he said, Jared, it's just a season. It's just a season. He said, for the first 5 years of your life, I thought you hated me. And I was thinking, I haven't hated you. I don't remember ever hating you. And he said, that's the thing. It's just a season that she won't ever remember this, but she's 2 years old. Don't let this ruin your day. I know it's hard, but don't let it ruin your day. Look past it. It's just a moment, okay? And when he said that to me, my first thought was, Dad, just let me be mad, okay? Just let me be frustrated for once. But the other part of me understood. And I understood that she is too. I'm a grown adult. I get the big picture, and yes, it's a frustrating moment, but don't let that one moment in time ruin the rest of your day. Don't let it ruin your picture of your family and of your daughter, because she doesn't fully get it. And that's one thing I love about my dad. As we approach Father's Day, he just brings this wisdom into my life, because sometimes I get so caught up in one moment that I can't see past it. And every single time he reminds me that there's a bigger picture to life. I can remember when I failed my driver's license test the first time. He reminded me, it's just one moment. Don't let it ruin your life. There's a bigger picture to this. When I didn't get my first job, he reminded me, there's a bigger picture. That's one door that's closed. There's going to be another door that opens. Just keep pushing through it. And so my dad, he has always brought a godly perspective into my life, because he's a man who loves the Lord. And so he reminds me that, like, in this life that we're in, God wants us to know that things won't always go the way we thought they would, or the things that we want them to, or ways we want them to go. You may be in a season right now that is difficult. And I want to remind you, just like my father reminded me, don't just focus on the bigness of your circumstance. Focus on the bigness of your God, right? It's just a season. That God has such a bigger picture in store for all of us, and he wants us to walk alongside of him. He wants us to trust in him. And yeah, that door may close. And yeah, your kids may be frustrated with you today, but don't let it ruin your life, right? Don't let it ruin it, because he loves you, and he wants to bless us, and he wants to lead us and guide us in our life. And so when my dad told me that, it was just a good perspective and a good reminder. And as we approach Father's Day, you know, Father's Day is on Sunday. I want to invite you to join us online, because we're going to celebrate our dads. But here in this moment, I just want to say this to my dad. Dad, thank you so much for your leadership in my life, for being an amazing father figure, and for reminding me all the time that there's a bigger picture to life. It's not just that one moment that we're in. And so I love you, Dad. Thanks so much for all that you do for me and for our family. But for you guys, God bless you guys. We'll see you on Sunday morning at 9 a.m. and 10:45 online. We love you guys. Have a good one.